Hey there guys, today's video I'm going to be installing a door closer on a door in my house. The door in question is this door here. This is the door that separates the basement corridor and the whole basement from the main stairwell that goes up to the second floor. Now the reason for this door closer to be installed on this door is I'm going to be turning this into a fire door. For those that don't know, I installed a commercial fire alarm system in my house. Now I did that because the residential alarms were not working well for us, and I wanted to do some things that just couldn't be done with residential alarms. I wanted that capability of a commercial fire alarm system, plus I get to make videos of it and use it as educational and demonstrations on YouTube to teach people. So we have smoke detectors and commercial style alarms in the house. Just like a real system where we have pull stations and annunciators for easy access and to be able to see what's going on quickly. Now, of course, that also means we have a commercial fire alarm panel to run this whole thing. That's in here. It's Notifier NFS 320C. And because of that, we have the capability of any other commercial fire alarm system where we can have customized relays and you can do a lot of different programming to make things work exactly how you want them. I have this relay here that ties into this larger relay. This is our HVAC shutdown relay, which will shut down the furnace if the fire alarm system goes off. I promise I'm getting somewhere with this. The reason for that is you want your furnace to shut down during a fire alarm event to make sure you don't recirculate smoke from one area into another area. It's why in commercial buildings here, you are required smoke detection and shutdown of HVAC equipment if it supplies more than one fire zone. So say it's taking air from floor 1 and floor 2 and then spreading air back out for floor 1 and floor 2. Each floor is going to be on a different fire zone, so you don't want to take smoke from a fire in floor 1, suck it through your air handling units, and then push it back out into floor 2. Because of that, we shut the HVAC systems down during the fire alarm event to make sure that this furnace isn't going to take the return air from, say, one floor and spread it around to the other floor that ideally doesn't need to be affected by it if it can be contained to an area. But of course, you can only do so much shutting down the HVAC to stop smoke spread if you still have wide open doors. That's why this door is going to be turned into a fire door. And now to make a fire door, you need three things. One of those we don't have. One that we don't have is a fire rated door. This door is not a fire rated door. The other thing you need is a door closer, which is the main thing, and a door holder is optional. Now, lots of fire doors will just have a door closer and they will stay shut until somebody's actually opening them. Problem with those is they can be an inconvenience and they definitely are more subject to being wedged open and therefore not so effective. So there's the second part of it, which is more for convenience, and we will be installing, but not in today's video, and that is a door holder. That is an electromagnet that is powered off of some sort of power source that is interrupted when the fire alarm goes off, or sometimes on certain systems when specific alarms go off. Not every time the door is shut, depends how the system's set up. It'll drop power to that magnet and shut the door. But that magnet needs a closer, so that's what we're installing today. All right, enough talk. Let's go look at this closer and get her up on that door. Now I went with my brand that I always go with for door closers, and that is LCN. I find them to be really good quality. They go for a long time. LCN is owned by Ingersoll Rand, which of course owns all kinds of stuff. I apologize for the poor lighting down here. I actually am going to go through a big lighting upgrade down here and at least get some areas better. Now this door closer is a little overkill as far as quality. We could get away with a cheap one for the amount of use and abuse this door is going to get. However, I was able to get this closer for $40 brand new. So that was a good deal because it was brand new and never been used for 40 bucks, which anyone that's bought LCN stuff new knows the price of them. I have opened it, so the packaging may look a little different, but we've got different screws here, our through bolts there, the arm here, closer itself, there you have it, and template, which is very nice to have. we will be mounting this door closer regular arm style. I just want to note my area of expertise and experience is electrical, but I'm not an expert on them. I'm not a carpenter or a door installer that's doing this every day, so this isn't for, say, a tutorial. And this door is in kind of rough shape. You can see the dog wanted to get somewhere, and it's an old, not very sturdy door, but it may get replaced someday. But for now, we can still put this door closer on it, and obviously when we replace the door, just reinstall it on the new door. You can see our instructions here, so we will be installing it just like how this one is showed here, where we will be on the hinge or the pull side of the door where the closer body will be, and our arm will mount to the top of the door jamb. It's pretty well as simple as that. This is the template we will be using. This is for a left hand closer on a left hand door. I apologize for the poor lighting, but this will go up onto here just like this. And depending on how far your door needs to open, you would line this up to the edge of the door. However, you can see this here is good for 90 to 100 degrees, which this door can only physically open to 90 degrees because of this wall anyways. So we will use that one because then you get the most control and power on that door because it's going to be further from the hinges. I'm going to poke some small holes in the template where we want to be. And I'm going to mark my holes right here. And then keeping this parallel here, I'm going to mark these holes up here. And there you have it. I'm now going to drill these holes. Now, because this is a hollow door, I'm going to want to use the through bolts because I don't trust just using a screw into the hollow door. I think it would pull right out, so I'm going to drill right through. So on the hinge side of the door, we need to drill a hole at least big enough for this. And on the other side, we need one large enough for this guy. Okay, this will be large enough for the threaded bolt, and this one should be large enough for this piece, whatever you want to call that. And to make sure we end up in the same spot, I don't want to just trust that I have the drill held perfectly. I would like to put our template on this side of the door here. Sorry about the shadow, I just have a work light in here, so it doesn't give the best light. Appears we drilled right through on that one. I'll meet it from the other side on the rest. You see, that's why I didn't want to go all the way through, because it kind of blows out the other side and makes it look a little worse. All right, that has that. All good, except for that one. That's why I wasn't going all the way through, but what can you do? Okay, you can see those are through the door, and they do stick out a little bit, which isn't a problem because you can see there is actually some depth to these here. Like if I do that, you can see there is room for this to go around. So I'm pretty sure we should be okay if I put this up like this, yeah, see, it still fits okay. On there, like this. Okay, I had to make the holes a little bit bigger on this side to be able to get things to line up, but they are lined up now, so I'm going to tighten this all down. Okay, certainly not the cleanest install, but that is mounted up there. I did actually put some larger washers on the back to make sure it didn't pull through. I may have drilled into that, but you know what, just don't worry about it. We'll put some mud up there. You can see a whole bunch of mudding work down here. This place needs to get repainted, so that's fine. Let's re-mud that. Okay, I'm now going to mount up our arm on top of the jam. There's probably some metal at the edge, possibly. And that's still held on pretty strong, so that should be all good. Okay, we can put our arm on now. There you have it. Now this little screw goes in the top. This will just go in like that. All right, there you go. Okay, so we can now close the door and get this inner arm into the outer arm. And then we have this little screw that is going to thread in there somewhere. This piece is going to thread right into there, because then we can move this arm a bit. We've got a bit of play, and we want this arm, this main arm, 90 degrees to the wall or the door. So we want it right about there. So we'll hold it there and tighten that in place. So right about there. All right there is good. So now before we put the cover on, we need to worry about the settings, which we have a few. First of all, on the end here, there's the main power setting where it goes 1 to 5. You can see it's at 3 right now. I believe it's 1 to 5. And then we have our various screws on the top that you can change. So this far one here is your latch speed. This one here is your closing speed. And then this one here would be your back check. And it appears I still need to tighten that up more. I thought I had it, but obviously not. So I can tell already the power on this needs to be turned down. It is way too stiff. And this door isn't going to latch, no matter how much we do the power on it, because the door is warped. So you can see that's not going to go unless you really push it. But the power isn't going to make a difference, I don't think. Maybe we could turn up the latching speed. I think that would make more of a difference, but for now I need to turn the power down because that is way too heavy. So they do give you an Allen key in here. This one does your power. This one will do things like your closing and latch speed. So I'm going to turn the power down quite a ways here. All right, there's as far as we can turn it down, which that does feel a lot better. So the power is fine and the closing speed's fine, but I'd like the latch speed turned up, which is this guy right here. So I will back that screw out a little bit. We'll see what that does for us. That was all right, but I wouldn't mind kind of slamming it at the end to maybe see if we can get it to latch. That feels like that's maxed out latching speed. And you know what, I guess that'll do. I don't think it's going to ever latch it. It does feel like we have a little bit of back check going on. So I'm going to back that off. Could turn up the latching speed a little bit, I'd say. Or the closing speed, I meant. You know what, that's fine like that. Can now put the cover on. That's just gonna slip on. We can put these little guys on here first. Have to fix that. All right, that's all done. Now this door will not latch because the whole door is bent. That's just the way it is. You can see the door is hitting at the bottom, but is not here. Could move the strike forward like 1/4 of an inch. That'd be the only way to fix this. This is not a fire rated door, however, it will still help stop the spread of smoke. Okay, well, that has that door closer installed. Really not great because that door is so bent. Door really should get replaced, and it probably will at some point, but for now it closes the door. It doesn't latch it, but the door's so bent I don't really want to move the strike plate. It needs a new door. Anyways, not the best install, not proud of it, but there you go. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up. Any comments, questions, feel free to leave those down below. And if you enjoyed it, my channel, make sure to subscribe. Also, if you're interested, I do have an Instagram account at PicklesTime100. Bonus content posted earlier than you see it on YouTube, that sort of thing. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching.